Hey, how's everybody doing today? It's the patriotic Goombah. So I'm here to give a little bit of a Goombah perspective on life that we're living today. So the topic at hand that we're going to do for today's video is homeschooling. So a lot of yous right now, everybody's home, nobody's working, you're all stuck there. Maybe you're working from home, maybe you're not, maybe you're sitting around on the couch watching your YouTube videos, and you got to homeschool your kids. And yeah, it could get tiresome and this, and the kids are running around, they don't want to pay attention, they don't want this, they don't want that. And I've seen a lot of these YouTube videos about all these little cutesy little projects and stuff that all these kids are doing and these mothers are creating. And some of them are pretty creative. Don't get me wrong, they definitely are pretty creative. One thing I haven't seen, I just want to say, how come nobody's doing macaroni sculptures no more? I mean, I can remember as a kid, making a macaroni cross. My mother, she still's got my macaroni cross hanging up somewhere. It's probably, I don't know, it's probably on a refrigerator somewhere. My mother still has my macaroni cross from, when I was going to Catholic school and whatnot. And I had to paint it gold to get a little gaudy, but that's aside the point. But, so, what are we doing for our kids today? Me, my perspective, what I think we should be doing? Actually start focusing on what our kids are learning. How about you pay a little attention to them? Don't just give them the work and let them do it, be busy with it, and then submit it, and then be done with it. Focus on what these kids are actually learning, or should I say lack of learning. Folks, a lot of us have been out of school for a very long time, and there's a very there's a trend that is going on in schools today, and it's called the Common Core Education. Common Core Education is basically founded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the ones that started this program. And I really, really, really want everybody to start focusing on what is being fed down our children's throats. They've been brainwashed. They're not been teaching accurate history. I've been, I have a young child and everything, but, I have a lot of family members who have their kids who are in, older grades and older schools. And I listen, I ask, and I always ask the same question every single day, or every single time I see them, I should say. How was school today? Answer, always, fine. My next question, every single time, what did you learn? And every single time I get the same exact answer, nothing. Nothing. Every day, nothing. So how about we change that? How about we take our kids back to be our kids, our children? Let's bring our children back to a family structure, something that has been lost for decades. Some of the things that are being instilled in our families, in our children's throats: no respect for the government, no respect for the police, no respect for you. Who was that MSNBC host one? She's no longer with them anymore, but it was one of the girls that was on there one of the days or whatever it was like that. And she even said it, and I'm not quoting quote unquote, I'm paraphrasing her quotation right now, but what she said was that we need to get away from the fact that our children are our own, and our children belong to the society, more or less is what she said. But really, really think about that, and try and go back into the internet world and find the video and really listen to what this woman had to say. Melissa something, I can't remember her name. Cute girl, but a little wacko in the brain. But that's aside the point. This all goes into the Hillary Clinton model of it takes a village. No, it takes you, your husband, your family, your parents, uncles, aunts, brothers, sisters. We are a structure, and we need to take care of our children as a structure. Because if there's a kink in that chain and there's a break in it, we're lost. So here's my idea for some homeschooling activities for our children. Bring yourself over to Amazon or one of these stores or whatever it is like that, these internet places, and cheap. It's $5. If that, a couple dollars. Really, you can find these things so cheap. Pick yourself up a little pocket Constitution. Now this is an old one. This is one that I have, and this is one that I've been carrying around for quite a long time. I have newer ones and whatnot like that. This is one I actually keep with me. I keep it in my car. Pick yourself up a pocket Constitution, and maybe every day, for the kids. Start them from the beginning. Maybe take a paragraph. Ask them to read the paragraph and do it every week, And maybe say, hey, read this one paragraph and tell me what it means. Take an amendment. an article, a section, have them read it, have them think about what that actually means, and have them write about it. Have a little assignment. Do this for your kids, because right now today, this book, or well, this paper, the information in this book, is being lost. Day by day by day, it's being stripped away from us. And look, get them now. Get them now when you can, because there's a very good chance in the very near future they may turn around and tell you this is a non-essential item. Just like over there in Minnesota or whatever it is, not Minnesota, yeah, Minnesota, I think so, Minnesota. And I apologize if I'm not getting that right, but I also apologize if I am getting that right, and I feel bad for you guys over there in Minnesota with your governor over there saying that the American flag is a non-essential item. Now, okay, in its theory, yeah, it's a non-essential item. It's a flag, it's a object. Just like she says paint and all these other activities are. But what about mental wellness? A sense of pride in who you are, a sense of thought of rebounding, a sense of what that American flag stands for. Each and every little aspect of that flag means something. But it's a non-essential item. So who knows? Maybe this little document right here might be a non-essential item. So the kids need to know this information. Now, if you don't want to go and spend the money on buying the book, go online, print it off. You have options. Take control of your children. Teach your children what matters. Teach your children the rights that are given to them. Rights that are given to them. Let that sink in. Now, in today's culture as well, the words in this document have been thrown around very, very often. And some of them, in my opinion, are being misused just a little bit. One of them being that has been thrown around very, very recently that you guys might be aware of, because there is currently an argument, and that's the 10th Amendment right here. Now, the governor over in New York, he decided to pick this amendment to kind of flex his little muscles over there. And, it's nice to say it's not necessarily the shortest of the amendment. I think that maybe, I think the 8th is shorter than the 10th. So at least we know he can read a little bit. He didn't pick any of the big ones, because that's got a lot of words over there for him to fully comprehend. But he decided to pick the 10th Amendment. This is what Governor Cuomo over in New York decided to pick. He picked the 10th Amendment, which you could read for yourself, but I'll read it for you. The powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the states, are reserved to the states respectively, or to the people. Very interesting. But in a video coming up very, very shortly that I will be making very soon, I know Mr. Cuomo, he did pick the 10th Amendment, but there is something that I do want to draw some attention to, and I will be making a video very shortly. And if you guys want to do a little bit of research ahead of time of what amendment I'm actually going to pick, is Article 1, Section 10. And pay attention to this, because I got a feeling this amendment, this article right here in the Constitution, will be brought up in the very near future. One by me, because I will be making a video on my stance on what this means right here, but also why this book matters. Everybody, I hope you have a good day. Remember, take care of your children. They are yours. They are your future. They are who you're going to be. They will carry your name on, and they will become you. They will be representative of you. Your children are what matters through all this. Everybody have a wonderful one. Be safe.